Wow.
Ma'am, you know what? Don't be rude. She
No,
gets to
please.
speak. Yes, you were.
I'm not trying to
You,
be
you,
rude,
you just
Judge.
be quiet.
Okay.
This isn't first grade. You're an adult. We're here.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, she didn't come to court.
No, she didn't.
Now, explain that one away if you can. Yeah, yeah. Don't interrupt me when I speak. Stop. You want to interrupt me again, ma'am? Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am, is this that hard? You're in timeout. We're going to treat you like the child you're acting like. You're in timeout. I'll deal with this next week.
Today's case features an entitled defendant who somehow never grew out of childish behavior. Accountability clearly isn't part of her vocabulary, and the courtroom figures it out almost immediately. From the moment she starts talking, she's rude, dismissive, and acting like the rules don't apply to her. She insists she's a victim, but everyone else is watching her dig herself deeper with every excuse. This is one of those moments where you can already feel the hammer coming down. It's just a question of how hard. Will she finally learn, or will she keep playing the poor me card straight into jail? Let's get into it.
And Mr. Grove is here, your attorney, right? That's the man,
David Grove,
Representative
yes.
David Grove. As you understand, there is a second amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation motion filed January of this year. So we've gone through about a half a year
Mhm.
and we need to move forward one way or the other. What are we going to do on this, David?
Miss Stout has some problems.
Stout. Sylvester.
Excuse me, Sylvester. I apologize to
That's
Miss
Stout.
Sylvester. Miss Stout also, but she had some problems. I've spoken to her on more than one occasion. These started, I believe, in early January, February, something like that. Miss Sylvester denied that she pled pled guilty before the court on the original case here. Uh, Basically, as we went through the motion to revoke probation, she denied committing any of them and wanted to talk to the court about whether she committed any of these offenses because she didn't think that she should be here. She has not violated her probation, I guess is what I think she is stating.
Correct. I have not violated it. I have made every,
No, but you've never been on probation? Or
I've
you
been
are
on probation now since 2022
Right.
of December.
Yeah, that's not what you just said,
However,
David.
I've never been in any trouble or anything like that.
No, here's what's been alleged is you failed to report to the probation office in June of 23, August of 23, and September of 23.
Mhm.
You failed to work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of such. That's what it alleges. I know what happens with a lot of folks. As long as you're trying hard to get employment, that's what's important to me. You failed to provide verification of performing community service hours as required, and that's important because that's community service and that's a necessary concept of probation. You failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing an anger management program as directed by the probation office. That's important when there are certain cases like assaults. Everybody has to go through that. It's a short program, but it's very good and helpful. Then there's failing to pay court assessed fees as directed. This says you were $734 in arrears in court fees as of January. But some people can't pay. And if you can't pay, you don't go to jail on my watch.
Well,
And
I
hold
have
on,
the
one more.
ability.
And this says you failed to report to the probation office on or about September 14th, 2024 for a judicial review.
The statement moved to amend that date to September 13th, Judge.
I was not aware that I needed to go back to the probation office based on what I was told over the.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Over the.
That's for me to decide and a
Okay.
hearing. I mean, you're going to plead untrue to it is what we're saying, what you're saying. I'm not going to change it. It says on or about September 14th.
All right.
It's
Well,
good enough for me.
what I
Okay.
would like to add is that I've made every effort to keep the check-in dates with my probation
Okay, that's
officer, excuse me, several times. I then was
Hold on.
rescheduled.
Hold on. Here's what we're going to do. If you're pleading untrue to all of these, then we have a hearing in front of me. That's me to decide. I get to hear both sides and then I make the decision. That's the way it works.
Here's the reality of probation. It's a gift. The court is basically saying, we're giving you a break. Now prove you won't waste it. That doesn't mean life goes back to normal like nothing happened. You're expected to follow the law, attend meetings, complete classes, and show that you can function like a responsible adult. Probation isn't a vacation, it's a second chance. That includes completing whatever conditions a judge ordered, anger management, drug testing, community service, job searches, you name it. But this defendant didn't do a single one. Not one. It's like she looked at the requirements and decided they were optional. Whether she thought the rules didn't matter or just didn't care, every time she speaks, it's more arguing, more blaming, and zero accountability. At this point, she's not proving she deserves another chance. She's proving exactly why probation fails.
Well, what I would like is for the probation to be reinstated.
Okay, I understand what you like.
Okay.
I'll listen to that at the end of the hearing.
Okay, so that's not something that can be done today.
We can do the hearing today if you want. These are all,
That's
what I just told you.
That is what I would
you need
like
to prepare for this?
to
I
be
think that,
reinstated. That way I can be on my way because I've got a special needs child to take care of. I've got a family
Who's
and
taking
I've
care of the
got
child now?
a gospel singing career as well.
Who's taking care of the child now?
Me.
No, but when you're in jail, I mean, the child's not with you. Who's taking care of the child when you're stuck?
Well, my child is in a safety place. He's in a safe place, so I can't
A family?
say who is. Yes, he's with a close family member.
All right.
So he is
Well,
safe.
needs
He's
money.
with me. However, yes,
Is that what you're trying to say?
that is what
Huh?
I'm saying.
All right, what do we want to do today?
Judge, I believe that what Ms. Sylvester wanted to do today was to have these addressed by the court.
Well, we have to go through a hearing and enter pleas.
Well, yes, sir.
Is that
Yes,
what
sir.
we're
And
gonna
I
do?
think that's what the court
Is that what we're going to do?
Hearing.
Yes, sir.
All
It's a
right, raise your
hearing, I
right
believe.
hand, man. Raise your
I'm
right
sorry.
hand.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you may make during this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
All right, lower your hand.
Okay.
Does the defendant waive a formal reading of the second amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation? Can we proceed in a summary fashion to move this along?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, ma'am, this states that on December 19th, 2022, in this court, I placed you on deferred or unadjudicated probation for 10 years for the third-degree felony of assault on a public servant. Is all of that true? Is all of that true?
Could you read me the date again? You said
December
2019?
19th, 2022. You were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation.
Well, correct.
Is that correct? All right, that's what it shows in all this file.
Correct.
Allegation number 1 states you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office on or about June 18th, 2023, August 14th, 2023. Now we're going back 2 years. September 6th, 23, in violation of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue.
Okay, that's all you need to say. We're going to hear both sides on that. This states number 2, you failed to work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of that in violation of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue.
Okay,
I
that's
did-
all. No, you're going to get to explain that. We just need to figure out what's true, what's not first. 3, you failed to provide verification of performing community service hours as required of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue.
4.
That one is true because so yes,
Okay, you'll be able to explain all of that later.
that one is a
4,
yes.
you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the anger management program as directed by the probation office. Is that true or untrue?
I did not provide verification of entering it, but I did show up to class.
It's no.
a yes and no on that one because
It's entering
technically,
and successfully
Okay,
completing.
then
It's
no.
conjunctive. You have to do both parts.
then no.
All right. I'm not going to go on this. You're paying as much as you can pay toward all of these costs and everything, aren't you?
I'm paying the count 5, Judge.
Yeah, I don't even want to go into the money. 6, you failed to report to the probation office on or about September 14th, 2024 for a judicial review. Is that true or untrue?
Untrue
All right,
because I wasn't
that's all we
given the
need.
information.
Yep, that's all we need to know. Okay, go ahead, state.
I would
You're ready to
call-
proceed today, right?
I'm ready,
everybody?
Judge.
All right. No objections. Go ahead, state.
I would call Dominique Mayfield.
Raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make during this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Lower your hand. Go.
State your name for the record.
Dominique Mayfield.
And what do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm a probation officer here in Jefferson County.
How long have you worked for Jefferson County?
About a year and a half now.
And in that capacity, did you come to know Brittany Sylvester?
Yes.
When was she, in what capacity? Was she placed on your caseload?
Yes.
When was that?
February 14th of 2024.
Okay. So prior to that date, do you have access to her file as far as who she was assigned to before that?
Yes.
And that's a part of the records that you get whenever you inherit a caseload, is that right?
Yes.
So who was the prior officer before February 14th, 2024?
Please, ma'am.
It was Helena Hilliard. She was
683.
6 alleged probation violations. 6. She's stacking them like reward points. What's incredible is that she still pleads not true to several of them, as if this is all some massive misunderstanding. Some of these violations are basic, like simply showing up to probation meetings. That's a yes or no situation. I highly doubt a probation officer is waking up every morning thinking, let me invent a violation for fun. The judge is patiently trying to get straight answers, but she turns every question into a speech about how everyone else is wrong. You can literally see the judge's patience draining with each interruption. She keeps arguing even after being told multiple times to stop talking. At that point, it's not confusion, it's pure attitude.
All right, so let's start with, do you see Miss Brittany Sylvester in the courtroom?
Yes.
And you go ahead and just identify for me what she's wearing so we can get that clear for the record.
Yeah, she's wearing a blue jumpsuit.
And may the record reflect she's identified Miss Sylvester. the
Yes, it would.
defendant. And is it true that she was placed on probation back on December 19th of 2022 for assault on a public servant?
Yes.
And all my questions are going to be about that, okay?
Mhm.
Let's work backwards. I want to start with the judicial review. When was that scheduled that's alleged in count 6? When was that?
Originally it was supposed to be back in May of 24, I want to say.
Okay.
And then afterwards it kept being reset. So once we got that updated information, we relayed that information to her and to the last known phone number that we had on file. And when we came to court, she did not show.
All right. Was that on or about September 14th of 2024?
Yes.
That judicial review?
Yes.
So what were we trying to take care of with these reviews that were scheduled and rescheduled? What were we dealing with as far as this lady is concerned?
Originally from counts 1 through 5, well, 1 through 4,
Yes, sir.
she was given time to get started on community service, find employment, and do all the conditions of her probation. And then after that, we were going to come back to see her progress.
All right, so I'm looking at a memorandum that's dated in July of 2024, and it says that on February 14th that she was placed on the mental health initiative caseload.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that your caseload?
Yes.
That sounds like the date you told me that you've been her officer.
Yes.
So prior to that date, your access to her, but you've been dealing with her specifically from that time frame. Has she reported to you anywhere in there?
Yes.
When?
Her last office date report was May the 28th of 2024.
Year ago. Over a year ago.
And at that
Is
date?
that right, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Over a year ago.
So the judge typically wants to know if someone's at absconder status. Is that what her status was?
She became an absconder in it was August the 30th of 2024.
So I know and you know, but let's make the record clear. So that means from May 28th up until August 30th, she didn't report at any point in time in there, did she?
No.
Did she give you, did you have any contact with her to indicate why? But other than her just missing scheduled timeframes, did she tell you why?
Yes, after a while, She would fail to report and then she'll call and get the appointment rescheduled. And then on a rescheduled date, she didn't show.
And all those communications were directly with you, right?
Yes,
All a part of that mental health initiative caseload.
yes.
In that time frame, did she work at work at employment, trying to maintain employment?
Not to my knowledge.
And she would have been reporting that to you as conditions if that was true, right?
Yes.
What about her attempting to do community service hours?
She received 2 different forms. One was for the nutrition center, but she was unable to complete community service there. So I had her sign a new one to come to the courthouse and complete community service. And I gave her a copy of it. I have a copy right here where she signed it. And still no community service or anything was completed.
So what we're looking at that you just handed me is a form that's got her signature and it's dated April 4th of 24.
Yes,
And that's you giving her information about where she can go. It's actually entitled the CSR referral form, right?
yes.
What does CSR stand for?
Community service restitution.
In this manner where you tell individuals about where they can go and get their stuff done, is that normally what we do there at the department?
Yes,
And to your knowledge, after giving her this information, did she go on and do any of that?
no,
Do you have any records indicating that she's completed any community service since she's been on this probation?
no, she hasn't completed anything.
Not one hour?
No, sir.
2.5 years? In 2.5 years, not 1 hour?
Tender, State's Exhibit 2, the purported CSR referral form from April 4th of 2024.
I was denied when I showed up to the nutrition center. Oh, okay, okay,
Wait on that.
because I did show up and
Then
everything.
Mr. Ham,
Do you have any objections?
I have no objections to this time with cross-examination.
All right, so just
So
to
what did, there were no objections. What is that?
State's Exhibit 2, it's the CSR referral form. And to be clear, this is her signature at the bottom with the date, correct?
Yes,
State's Exhibit 2 is tendered into evidence without objection.
That's correct.
All right,
It's
so
admitted. Go ahead.
Then the probation officer testifies, and everything the defendant denied gets calmly dismantled with actual evidence. Classes completed? No. Meetings attended? No. Any effort whatsoever? Absolutely not. In 2.5 years, she didn't complete a single hour of community service. Think about that. You'd almost have to try to do nothing for that long. The judge even leaned in and asked for confirmation, just to make sure he heard it correctly. And still, the defendant acts like everyone is lying about her. Why would a probation officer lie? What's the incentive? This officer gave her chance after chance, reminders, warnings, leniency, and she ignored everyone. This isn't the system failing her. This is her failing herself.